Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you guys are all doing good. I just want to drop a video. You're probably wondering why I'm holding up Halo 4. Well, I'm in my gym room. I just got done working out. I was going through my games, and I was looking at some PS5 games. I was just looking at my collection. I was just looking. And I came down to I came down to the Halo 4. Uh, and I remember, I'm gonna tell you a story about how I got introduced to this. Um, the guy don't work there no more. You know, I always talk about people I work with, and a guy named Tremel. Yeah, every time I see him, he was telling me about E3, and then he was telling me about some other stuff. I said, E3? I said, yeah. He said, you never watch? He said, man, you never watch E3? I said, not really. He goes, thought you played video games. I said, well, not like you guys. I said, I'm just like, kind of, he goes, oh man, he always would take his hands and rub them together because he'd be excited about something. So Tremel turned me on. Tremel turned me on to E3, and I watched E3 on YouTube, and I thought it was pretty, fascinating by everybody going and watching, people go in, and certain YouTubers would get on there and they would, talk about what they seen, the latest stuff that's coming out and everything like that. And I told Tremel, I said I really enjoyed it, and he was, yeah. So I don't know what year that was at E3, right? So I was at work, and you know how you get your games would come out, and back then, this is back in 2012, so you got to realize this is 2025, so this is back in 2012. So Tremel, he's just a young brother. He's younger than me. I think he's like about about 12, 13, 15 years younger than me. He'd be like, he come by, and I say, hey, Tremel, what's up, man? And he go like this. I go, what's that? He goes, man, he said, Halo 4, baby. He said, Halo 4. He said, I'm getting it when I get off work. I'm getting it when I get off work. I said, Halo 4? He said, yeah. I said, man, I said, I never really got into the Halo, man, thing. I said, I tried to play it with my boys when they were little. I said, the older games. I said, I could tell they were, all right. I said, but, 2012, my kids were teenagers at that time. They're all of them are in their 30s now, except for my youngest. He's 29. And so I said, yeah, man. I said, I was working a lot, and I came home one day, and they asked me to play that one that I think is the very first Halo. I told them, I said, I played a little bit of it, but I said I had to fix them dinner and everything because I was always busy. And I'd take them back to their moms. He goes, he'd be like, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm picking it up right. That's back when you used to go to GameStop, and it was so exciting to go into GameStop and just go pick up a game. I remember when I first started doing that, because like I said, most of my friends are younger than me. I'd go in there and there'd be people standing in line, not like a long line, but I go in there and I said, yeah. I said, I tell them the game and they get it, and then how GameStop try to do their little sales pitch with all the little perks they try to give me and stuff. But Tremel went and got that game. So I think a couple days went by. I said, how's that game, man? And he'd be like this. He go like this. He said, oh man, it's good. He said, you ought to get it. And then he started telling me about it and stuff, and I said, nah, you might talk me in again. So I got off work that day, And it is after like a week after Halo 4, Halo 4 got released. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because like Gears of War, now this don't compare to Gears of War. And what I mean by that, y'all know in previous videos how I'm in love with the first Gears of War. And y'all know in previous videos how I'm in love with Resistance, the Fall of Man. I don't have anything with Halo. But the only reason why I bring this one up is because Tremel, he don't work there no more. Tremel, I always talk to you guys about people I work with. I always talk to you about Ryan that collects movies, and I tell you about Chuck, my friend I hang out with that plays video games. We watch movies together. And then I told you about another friend named Eric Basil. I tell you about friends I meet at work, and some of them, Eric don't work in my shop no more. Tremel don't work in my shop no more. Chuck don't work in my shop no more. Ryan's the only one still there. And Ryan is only 42 or 41. But anyway, so I went and bought this. So I went to GameStop and I said, yeah, I want to pick up Halo 4, So I picked it up. And I text my oldest son. And my oldest son, he's my oldest son. So I got 4 boys. And he's my oldest. And I said, yeah, I'm going to pick up that Halo 4. And he said, he said, Dad, it's a good game. He said, I'm playing it right now. I said, you are? He goes, yeah. So I got it, popped it in, and man, did I fall in love with this game. So I'm asking y'all, do you ever think they'll come back with, do you ever think Halo 4 will ever come back? I mean, not Halo 4. Do you ever think Halo 4 will ever capture the magic they once had? Because I looked at some YouTubers. There was a guy called Ant-Man, A-N-T, then Man. He had a thing about how, video games have changed, and he had footage of how people was outside in lines waiting on Halo to drop at midnight, and I was looking at that. I wasn't into video games, so I was like, dang, man, they was doing all that. They had like people, dressed up, and this was on Ant-Man, and I'm not using his name to springboard off of, but it was very interesting how he broke that down. I was like, my God, he was talking about how times has changed and how, you used to stand in line, how video games, and I was looking at his YouTube channel, and he had a nice little segment on there, and I was like, wow, man, that had to be just a magical time, because it showed how all the people were outside, and how the news was, that's when the Xbox 360 was really kicking butt, and I just wasn't in that era, because I was a dad in his 30s trying to take care of his little boys, and I had a daughter that I couldn't see every now and then, and I couldn't see her that much, and then so I was just working 3 jobs, and I remember paying a little bit of attention to it, but not much. But man, Xbox 360 had a lot of big news stuff going on, especially when Halo, I guess Halo was the thing at one time, But anyway, I just got some fond memories of just back when I was talking to Tremel, and I used to watch, some YouTubers when they say, they show you the highlights when they used to go to E3. Like I told you guys, I was very late to YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I like uploading videos and stuff, but I'm just not that. My job is my main concern, and I'm not trying to make a career out of YouTube. I enjoy it, and I like it, but it's just not. Yeah, sometimes I don't even want to drop video. I'll drop a video when I'm feeling something. And I felt this because I wanted to talk about this. So, this I have a nostalgia with because of the fact, Tremel I knew there was something up when Tremel would look at me. I said, what's up, Tremel? He'd be like this. I said, what's that? He goes, man, he told me about E3. And I said, E3? And then he filled me on E3 and all that. And he goes, I thought you was in the video. And I said, I'm just now getting into it, Tremel. I said, I kind of like video games way back. I said, but when I had my kids and all the girls and all the breakups and license being suspended and probation and all that, I said, man, there was a gap in my life where I said, my boys wanted, they wanted that, they wanted the GameCube, and then that was the first system they got. And then the second system was the PlayStation 3, and then the next system was the Xbox 360. And then after that, I started meeting all my friends that turned me on to games. I said, but you gotta understand, Tremel, everybody's younger than me. I said, so I'm just late to the game, man. So, Tremel turned me on to the E3. And I really enjoyed E3. I love all the YouTube stations back then. They were more non-complaining. A lot of YouTube channels, they complain too much. They seem like they're always griping about something. Not all the time, but it just seems that way. Sometimes I don't even want to turn on YouTube because it just seems like they're just, upset about this, upset about that. But, people on YouTube YouTube has got a lot of stuff done with the people that runs the YouTube channel has gotten their point across. But some of the, industries that's making games and movies are starting to take a look and start saying, yeah, we need to make, so it's definitely needed because it's definitely needed. But anyway, So I bought this game, and this is my favorite game. You know, I've had people tell me, so you should play Halo Reach, and you should play Halo 2 or Halo 1 and all that. And I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. I played Halo 4 and I played Halo 5. Halo 5, I played that all the way through. And my youngest son helped me beat that game. He played with me. And this is just, I don't know, there's something about this game. And man, these all that stuff you see on the back, man, I was so fascinated by that thing. I was shooting them things, shooting that, man. This game is just, it's so weird because I couldn't figure out what happened to my Halo 4. Because I have a knack of playing older games every now and then. I'll go back to playing older games. And, Halo 4, I'll go back and definitely play, yeah. I remember I would text my son Tyler, and he'd say, Dad, where you at? He said, I tell him, well, he said, I already been by there. He goes, man, you're about to get on this and that. You know, that's when my son Tyler was really into video games. He just ain't into them anymore. But he was. But I didn't. I went to his house for Thanksgiving because they usually come here. Eastside at his house. I didn't want to go, but I went up there and he was saying, Dad, these video games just don't have that. I don't have that feel for them. I don't know if it's just me getting older or I'll say, it's probably a combo. I said, it's probably a combo with you getting older and combo with you buying this new house and you got your kids. Your kids are almost going to be teenagers in another 4 or 5 years. I said, you just got a lot going on and you just, he said, it's just the games are just like, I said, I feel you, man. I feel you, he said, but he loved this game. And he used to talk to me about it. And I said, man, I'm at this so-and-so, so-and-so. He said, yeah, Dad, I know where you're at. Because he was like maybe a couple of chapters ahead of me. But I don't know if this got chapters, but he knew where I was at. And then Tramel, I go to work and Tramel be like this. He goes, so, what do you think? What do you think? Like that. And I said, man, it's a good game, man. I said, it's a good game. I said, it's a daggone good game. It's such a good game that I don't know what happened to my Halo 4. So I had to buy this over again. And I know a lot of people like, well, yeah, man, but, now you can get it online or something. You can buy it in the store and you can get the upgrade or the Halo Chief Master Collection. I did buy the Chief Master Collection, but I just wanted this just to have it for memory's sake. I haven't even opened this up because you know why? I have a knack of playing my Xbox 360 games on my Xbox 360. I like that feel, and I like that takes me back to when I was younger and taking care of my 3 little boys and working those 3 jobs. I had a really bad hip. It had to be replaced, and just there's a lot of people that's no longer alive right now, and just 2012 just, I think that's when this came out. Maybe it might have came out. I don't know. I think it's 2012. But anyway, you guys, what do you think? Do you think Halo 4 ever make a comeback? 'Cause I ain't heard nothing. I ain't heard about Halo 4 coming down the pipeline. I know Bungie used to be the original people of Halo, and then 343 got a hold of it. I'm not quite sure how I feel about 343. I think 343 made this one, though. But I know Bungie was the original creator of Halo, and I don't watch that series. I couldn't get into that series. I tried to watch that series, and I just couldn't get into it. But I just thought I'd share that story with you guys. When I play games, sometimes I get a smile on my face. I just like, I remember that. I remember when I first put this in. I remember when I used to go to GameStop. In GameStop, I get it. You guys, listen. I'm very late to video games. I'm like super late. You gotta understand. I'm 60. Let's see, my sister's gonna be 60. She's 64. She's gonna be 65. So that makes me 66. But anyway, I'm gonna be 67 next year, if the Lord see fit. So you gotta understand, I'm a guy that's very late to the show. Especially when I was younger in my, early 30s, trying to get myself out of all the trouble I got myself into, and then I realized I had to be a responsible dad and step up to the plate. So I had to work all them daggone jobs and to get myself out of debt and all that stuff. I was walking everywhere. I had no car, and it was a long struggle. So when I got the kids and got a little bit stable, it was step by step, little by little, brick by brick. If you build it, it will come. Trust me. And I thank God every day for it. But anyway, man, what you guys think about Halo 4? I know most of y'all gonna say, oh, you play Halo 1? You ought to play Halo 2. What about Halo Reach? I was like, I tried to play those games, man. I don't know why, but I think it's because Trammell turned me on to this game. And he also turned me on to E3. And I remember he was telling me, because when I started getting into video games, I remember saying, E3, what's that? He goes, I thought you was into video games, you know. 'Cause I told you he's much younger than me. He's a younger brother than I was like, man, look, I don't know what it is. Hey, I said, what is E3? And he goes, oh man, they have it every year. I can't believe. And you know, I watched. I came back the next day. I said, wow, man, that was pretty fascinating. He goes, and I guess E3 would last for like 3 days and stuff, man. And another thing, to be honest with you, in closing, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I get sad, not like that, but sad when I look back at some of the old YouTube channels that used to be around. Some of them ain't even around anymore, and how they used to cover E3 and how they was all excited. And some channels broke up and some channels branched off by themselves. And when you go back to that time and play some of their old channels over, it was just such I don't know, this is something different. It just doesn't feel the same when I look at a lot of YouTube channels. Don't get me wrong now. I'm telling you straight off the rip, these YouTube channels are still good. I mean, they seem to be getting more stuff point across than just a regular media outlet, but it was something just magical about those YouTube channels back then. Now they're mostly all, here's the sponsor to our so-and-so, and sometimes I'll be listening to YouTubers and like they got their sponsors and stuff. They're just not. And I know they got to make money. And then you got, like I said, YouTube channels they'll hate watch stuff. Like I told you, other video, I said some YouTubers hate watch stuff that's on Disney Plus, and they said, well, I need money to fix a car. One guy said he needs money to fix a car that he's trying to redo in his garage because he had a big enough channel to where he can get revenue. He goes, yeah, let him keep pumping out that stuff. I'll watch him and let everybody know what it's like. He said, I got a car I'm working on, but I'll be honest with you guys, folks, I can't do that because I can't hate watch stuff. If it doesn't grab my attention, I'm just not going to watch it. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to watch it. And I don't know how these YouTubers do it, but I get it because they're getting income. My income is my job, and this ain't my income. So I get what they're doing, but even if I wasn't getting income, I would have to get the people that is really in my channel to realize that they know there's going to be certain things that I don't cover. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and go down memory lane. And that's just something about the way when I first got on YouTube and looked at stuff. But I wasn't really into YouTube. Actually, I'm progressively backing off on YouTube because I'm just getting tired of all the complaining. You got YouTubers that complain about other YouTubers because they're using their name. Because let's say you take a certain YouTuber's name and you say a YouTuber's name, YouTuber so-and-so and such did this, boom, and you show their face. Well, people know who that person is, which will draw them to your channel so you can suck them in with the thumbnail so they can get views. So they springboard off of using bigger YouTuber channels. I got a conscience, man. I can't do that. There's a lot of YouTubers out there I could complain about and say, man, they suck and this and that, but I just don't know what's the point, You got to be patient. You got to build your YouTube channel up, and you just got to, you're going to lose some, you're going to gain some, and people's going to start getting a feel for what you like. But anyway, do you guys think this will ever come back? Do you think they'll ever make another good game? Because I know a lot of y'all probably say this is not the best game. It's not the best game most likely, but it's the best game for me because I just told you the story behind how I got involved with this game. My oldest son, before he stopped playing games, he was playing this game. He loved it. He did not get into Halo 5. He played it, but he didn't like it. I used to own Halo 5, but I don't own it anymore. This is the only Halo I own. I do have that Master Chief collection, on my Xbox Series X or something. I got it on my Xbox Series X too because everything got converted over there. But that Master Chief collection, I just got memories. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, hey, have a safe week out there. God bless. Truly. Thanks for watching.